Alexa, could you play the Learn, Develop, Live podcast?
Here's motivation and inspiration from Learn, Develop, Live with Chris Jaggs from TuneIn.
From London, England, where the Queen lives.
Recorded live from an underground bunker and packaged into an MP3 with a pretty little picture. Helping to kickstart your day with the motivation and inspiration you need 365 days a year. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. And this is your host, Chris Jaggs.
Good morning and welcome to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I am Chris Jaggs, host, producer, director and creator of the Learn, Develop, Live method. I want to help you identify the pain you have, that issue that's just niggling away at you, develop that incredible new habit to tackle it, and then, wait for it, you're going to be able to smash it right out of the park and live your life not better, but on a much higher level. Because you are set for greatness. We just need to get you on that path. And once you get yourself moving in that new direction, wow, you are going to be grateful that you believed in yourself and gave yourself that chance to fulfill your full potential. I have a question for you. Have you ever noticed how you react in certain situations? Let me give you some examples. Maybe you didn't get that job that you really wanted, or that list of ideas to improve your workplace was just shot down like ducks. Quack. How did you feel? How did it make you feel? A better question would be, what was your mindset response to either of those? Now, depending on how you react in certain situations, these will dictate whether you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Two mindsets, the opposite of each other. Your mindset is a very powerful tool. It's probably the thing that you need most in terms of whether you make something of your life or you spend each day watching TV with your cheesy wotsits. Other crisp and potato-based snacks are also available. Now, before we dive in, let's have those messages.
You're listening to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast because alcohol doesn't always have the answer.
If you're enjoying the podcast, why not share it with someone? You could be the reason someone becomes motivated today.
Bonjour and welcome back. So let's get right into this. Having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset can really change how you live your everyday life. Some will argue that there are some things we cannot control, and that is true in some cases. However, for this, we aren't talking about the things that people might consider out of their control. For this, we're focusing on how you react when certain situations come up in your life and what kind of decisions we make and how those decisions can and will impact our quality of life. Our goal is to try and live a fulfilling life and to better position ourselves to do just that, whatever your goals may be. Whether you want a bank account that looks like a phone number or just have more time with the family. It's your mindset that is actually the most powerful weapon that you have and decides whether or not you will or will not achieve those goals that you set yourself. So just what is a fixed mindset? A fixed mindset is characterized by a belief that a person's qualities are fixed and therefore cannot be changed. You've been given a specific amount of intelligence, talent and skill with no ability whatsoever to change this. The idea is that you're given a specific amount of talent, skill and intelligence and there's just no way to change this at all. And if you were to tell someone that you can never be good at something, that is a big indicator of having a fixed mindset yourself. Now on the flip side, you have the growth mindset, which is an alternative. People with this mindset believe that people with even the most basic abilities, they can be developed through hard work and dedication. Having the brains and talent really is just the starting point. Having a love for wanting to learn and the resilience will set you up for success. So I'm going to give you some great examples of the fixed versus growth mindset. Which of these really do stick with your thinking? And you could even maybe add up a score out of 7 and see where your mindset is right now. So let's begin. The fixed mindset will say that the belief that traits, talents and intelligence are fixed, whereas the growth will believe that you can learn and improve your skill set. The fixed will also say that sticking with what you know and what you're good at, whereas the growth believes that with effort you can become good at something, anything really. Fixed will say making an effort is a waste of time. The growth will embrace the challenges. Fixed will of course avoid the challenges. The fixed mindset is also not interested in receiving any feedback whatsoever. Feedback is also seen as criticism. Now for growth, failure is an opportunity to learn and try again. Growth also feels encouraged by the success of others, whereas fixed, well, it just feels threatened by that success of other people because they just don't have it themselves. So now we know the differences. We need to get the growth mindset inside you either started or continue to grow. And the first thing you need to be is self-aware. Pay attention to what you're feeling, saying, and thinking about. Let's look at a few examples. Challenges. If you're presented with a challenge, whether it is at work or at home, think about how you react. Do you run in the opposite direction and just hide? Or are you open, ready, and willing to take on the challenge? When a challenge presents itself to you, instead of running or sighing deeply, practice welcoming the opportunity. A challenge is an opportunity to do better, to learn, and to further improve your knowledge. You need to keep trying. Try, and try again. So you tried and you failed. What do? Do you walk away? Do you give up? Or do you try again? When you fall short of your goal or make a mistake, instead of looking at it as a failure, look at it as an opportunity to learn new ways. Then take this lesson and try again. Having a growth mindset means that you can try different things. You are open to learning from your mistakes and you're not discouraged when it doesn't work out the way you wanted to the first time. You should also enjoy the journey. For whatever reason, we tend to focus on the end product and don't really pay much attention to the journey. Think about your past projects. How did the journey go? Were you focused on the end product or did you enjoy the process of just getting there? The next time you work on a project, pay attention to your feelings throughout the journey. Learn to enjoy it. This is everything from the time it takes to figure things out, learn a new skill, and just enjoying the learning process in general. You should learn to celebrate growth. Now, how do you feel when you see others succeed? Are you happy for them or do you get a hint of jealousy? The trick here is to learn how to celebrate both your growth and the growth of others. When others succeed, congratulate them, learn from them, and be inspired by them. That one little thing that they've tried that you haven't might just be the missing piece to your puzzle. And also make sure you're taking the time to celebrate your own growth. Look at how far you've come. This will motivate you to keep moving forward. Too many people are concerned with how far they still have to go without being proud about just how far they've already come. You should ask for feedback as well. People with a growth mindset seek out and value feedback more than those with a fixed mindset. Now, one possible reason for this is that the growth mindset will see new events as an opportunity to learn new things, develop, and challenge themselves, whereas that poor mindset just sees it as a test, and therefore it's more judgment against their ability. As well as giving someone feedback, the actual behaviour that should be praised is they're seeking out this feedback. This will lead to asking feedback again in the future, which is a positive response to either success or failure. And remember, there is no thing such as failure, just feedback. It's always worth just setting yourself some higher standards. Now, there was a study about knowing your limits. Researchers asked participants to cycle as hard as they could for 4,000 meters. In a separate test, the same participants were given the same instructions, but were now able to race against an avatar from their previous ride. Now, what they didn't know was the avatar was actually going faster than the previous ride. The result was, the participants rode alongside the avatar, riding even further than the previous effort. The implication is that people are poor predictors of their best efforts, and when pushed, they may smash their own expectations. Having a growth mindset isn't an easy button solution to any problem, and it will not automatically cause good things to happen to you. But on the flip side, it will likely make it easier and more enjoyable to work towards your goals and give you the confidence you need to set even more ambitious goals exceeding your own expectations. Now, here is a quote from basketball legend Michael Jordan, which it really does sum up the growth mindset really well. It says, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to make the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So, do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? I'll let you decide. Now, do you have a great idea which is boiling around in your head ready to burst? Is there something you really want to try yourself? Well, the good news is there has never been a better time to get started than right now. So let's not delay no more, whatever the idea is you have. Whatever that problem is that you just keep ignoring, as Rafiki from The Lion King would say, it is time. And it is time for you to take some action and book your free. Yes, it's free. Learn, develop, live power call with me. Go to ldlcall.com. Book the time slot for you, and we can get you moving on the right track. The time, of course, is still now. Book your call. I look forward to talking to you. As for the podcast, well, I'll be back tomorrow for more. Take care of yourself. Have a great week. And I'll see you in the next one.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast.
Goodbye.
What? It's over already?
All over.
Thank you for listening to the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I hope you feel as warm, motivated, and fuzzy inside as I do. You can connect with Chris at LearnDevelopLive.com or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
I won't say goodbye. I'll just say until we meet again.
Until next time, join the motivation.